DJ, put a nigga back to the record, baby, and give me this right there.
What's up guys, this is me DestinyCat249 and I am bringing you some Captain Cold tech that I've been working on recently. It is extremely useful, extremely damaging, and it really puts a lock on the opponent. So basically, if you have level 2 trait and you catch the opponent in the corner with a freeze, so that could be off of anything. Usually it's like this one, right? It's the low ice puddle. So anything combos, it could be 4-2-3 into it is the most common one people use. Back to 3 into it, or you know 2-1 into it. A lot of different ways you can down 1 anything into it, but it basically if you catch this with level 2 trait, they're going to eat a hefty lot of damage. Let me show you just why. So let's just do this one. 66%. Obviously, it's gonna change depending on, you know, which character it is. So that's they're gonna use 66% into a reset. So, you know, at the end of that, you could do, I don't know, grabs into something like this. If you wanted to, it's just an easy combo. Into it again. You just pretty much just killed them. That would have killed them if they had like 100%. Now, what's very dangerous about this is obviously they're gonna take a lot of damage, but you're also going to force them to clash, as if they know they're going to 66%, most people are going to to clash or to try to get out of it in some kind of you know manner or way. Because after that, if you get level 1 trait, you can activate this, you can do this. It's going to be very tricky for the opponent if they're in the second round to survive that. So any opponent with sense would probably clash. Now, this is not even where, you know, that's already really dangerous to take that much damage just from, you know, by the way, one bar. However, if the opponent, let's say, jumps at you, because a lot of people jump out of the corner, at least online they do, but you shouldn't jump out against Captain Cold, but a lot of people do it anyway, including me sometimes. But basically, I'm put my AI to jump forward, and I'm sure what happens here. If you try to jump out of it. Frozen. I can charge my gun to level 2, and I can actually bait their wake up. Show this again. There's a lot of things I can do after this. Oh. Comes level 3, guys. It might take you some time to get used to it. Oh. Bad guys. See what I do without dropping it. It's not that hard when you get used to it, the timing of it, but it can be very hard in the beginning. Basically, you get level 2 before they can unfreeze and attack you, even if they try to wake up. So let me show you what happens here. I'm going to have my phone jump forward and put wake up on, and it's going to be rage charge is the one that I want to think, right? I'll go down here. This one, right? Yeah, exactly. So that was wake up. So if I catch them with this, you know, after they jump out of the corner, and I charge my gun here, I can actually duck the wake up attack and punish them. But that's against process specifically, and they actually put right back into it again. Just use this. I can charge my gun again, and they try to wake up again, and I can do this as many times as they want to wake up. And eventually the opponent is going to respect it, and after that you're going to have level 2 trait, and it's going to be happy days if you catch them with a you know combo. You're just gonna get the combo here at the beginning of the video, the normal, you know, bread and butter. I'm calling it bread and butter, but it's a 6-6% against process, so I don't know how much of a bread and butter it is. You could also go into something like this if you really wanted to. I don't really know why you want to do that, because you'd rather just get level 2 trait most of the time. So now against other characters, there's going to be other ways to punish them to get out of that. You know, if you're playing as Batman, I've tried against a few characters such as Batman and Supergirl and stuff. In Batman Slide, you can actually just punish with Fault Free. So just for the purpose of the video, just imagine that this person is Batman, and he just slides on me and wake up. I'm going to punish. You can actually punish Batman with fort free. I've tested it out. So and you get the same combo. So it looks like this. I fucked it up a bit. Give me a second, guys. Might drop it a few times. Essentially, it's the same combo. It just starts with a fort free instead of a down 2. You see down 2 right here and the same combo from here. Actually, you have to use your meter burn wall in order to freeze them, which I forgot to do. Like, oh, give me like a second, guys. There you go, and you can charge my gun, and again, same thing applies here. I get level 2 trait, and if they try to wake up with anything, I can block it and punish them for it. So that includes pretty much any character. I guess Superman has a high attack, so you're gonna have to hold back to block, or if it's flying punch, you can just down. You hold down, you can bait it, and if they try to flying punch, they're gonna go right over your head, and you can probably down 2 into. I haven't tested on Superman, but I'll leave you guys to test it out. So that is basically the corner take with Captain Cold. I also want to show you something else I also found with him, since we're on the subject, and I really don't feel like making 2 Captain Cold videos about just tech. Let me show you just what this is. This is also a level 2 kind of thing. Basically, it came from something I discovered, where is if the opponent is in the this one, the level 2 trait, and you use your ice puddle, they will actually double freeze if you time it right, like that. See, they double froze because for some reason, and I'm sure this is going to get nerfed in the future. A lot of people start to use the tech, but basically, if they're in the snow globe and you freeze them while you're in the snow globe for while they're being there, the time is a little bit strict. It's actually very strict. It still counts, the amount of time they've been in there, based on even though they're already frozen. So if I freeze them here, the snow globe timer will still count, and obviously you can't get out of it because they're frozen, so it's very dirty. If you time it correctly, they'll get frozen as soon as they get out of it, and they don't really have any time to backdash. However, during this time right here, you'll be able to charge your gun. When the gun is charged, you will be able to get this combo on the map, the one I showed you in the beginning of the video, and it's happy days for you, right? Obviously I did the wrong combo, but you get the idea. So I tried to find some kind of thing that would lead into guaranteed, some kind of block string or a combo or something like that, but you can't freeze them and then throw this out, because if I do that, then they'll actually get all frozen way before time. So they have to get frozen while they're in the snow globe, as basically when the grenade lands you drop this, and it should work. They should be frozen as soon as you get out of it, pretty much. Obviously you have to wait a little bit longer than that, so that, there you go, like that. That should be timed correctly, pretty much. Yeah, that's good. Between that time you can charge your gun and pretty much do whatever you want. There's no reason to combo them, they're just gonna take a lot of damage. I mean, he took like 10% from just the snow globe damage, as well as they're gonna eat 60% maybe after they get out of it, because I'm going to hit him with this. And while they're frozen from the first snow globe. You get the idea, right? So that is basically the way it works. But I found this way to guarantee it pretty much. It is pretty much guaranteed. There are ways, they can block correctly, and I can actually make it fuck up the timing a bit. But most people won't block this because they don't really expect it. So not that I've made anyway. I'm sure some like crazy dude can block this, but let's just, for the sake of the video, let's put it to block mode stance. So I'm actually gonna go into the middle of the screen. Because it works anywhere on screen, doesn't have to be in the corner, which is actually very useful. So it starts up with 4-2-3 into snow globe, like that. As soon as you do that, then you do down 1 into 1-2. Actually, what's funny is that down 1 and 1-2 will now combo while the opponent is in the snow globe. Actually, let me show you that first. That might be a little bit of useful information. So if the opponent is in the snow globe, down 1 will now combo, which it didn't do before. If you tried to do this before, it wasn't gonna combo. It was only gonna be 2 hits. It does look like a combo on screen, but this is actually 2 hits, so it doesn't combo. But on here it's gonna be 3 hits, and that's how you can see it combos. 1-2 doesn't combo either. It's still 2 hits, so but it does come with a snow globe, which is very useful. So basically, if you do this setup correctly, the opponent will get frozen as soon as they get a snow globe. So let me show you what I mean by that. So it looks like this. So it's 4, 2, 3, down 1, 1, 2, that, please. Charge your gun, they'll get frozen soon as they get out of it. I get a back 3 on them, and it's happy days for Captain Cold. You know, I can get my basic combo out of this. Gun charge, back 3, gun 3, back to 3, back to 3. I don't know, I'm dropping a combo, guys. But one more time for good measure. There you go. Set up. Or I suppose you could throw the snow globe again if you really wanted to, but they're not gonna get frozen the second time, sadly. That'd be a little bit too ridiculous for that realm, I guess. So I guess they decided to not do that. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for me right now. Stay tuned for some more matches in the future, and I'll be streaming at some point. Still haven't found another good time to do it, but I'll try to put out a stream at some point in the near future, hopefully. Still playing a lot of retro. He's still going to be my main, but I've been recently pick up Captain Cold after watching some really good Captain Cold players, and I recently found this tech, so I decided to share it with you guys because it's actually very useful. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is Destiny Cat 249 signing out.